I don't think the election was actually...
What are the people saying?
If I had eaten jollof rice or iyan this morning and you have never taken gari, we will not be talking the same way.
If you cannot carry gun, you will take it with petrol or barrel.
Have to get up to £1 million naira. A criminal is always a criminal.
Stringent punishment must be meted on them.
Companies there, industries, why we are here suffering, what for?
There is a particular place, a dark spot, which Nigerian army cannot actually enter into.
They've not proven efficient.
That is absolute obnosity in nature. If you look at the reaction of the Nigeria police force, it's very bad.
Because Nigeria now has become a spiritual borehold.
The people, only on Core TV News. If a dog has no intention of biting you, it won't bark at you. Hello Nigerians and its unique environment, I welcome you to your program, The People, the program that communicates with the people and give them a sense of belonging, where we discuss political issues, human interest story. And who are those people? We are the people. And today we're looking at crude oil stealing, where some companies have come out to say that crude oil stealing happens in this country every day and the federal government has not been able to stop it. And after that we'll talk about some government officials being stopped by soldiers, and recently we have the Speaker of House of Representatives. He was stopped and searched by soldiers, and after some governors were also stopped from moving around. So we're looking at this. Is that not dangerous to our democracy? All this we're discussing right here. My name is Godswill Rambo. You know how we do it. Let's go and find out what the people are saying.
We don't have anything we are really producing in this country apart from the oil. And the so-called leaders of this country, they really capitalize on that because of the loophole we have in the systems. If you look at what the sellers are really saying now, if you see what the country is really losing on daily basis from these smugglers, you see that it's so huge enough that can really even take care of the masses of the country. And the government is doing nothing about it. They are not really, we don't have a genuine account for this oil we are really producing in the country. Because if you go to the NNPC, they have different accounts which they are really operating. They have an account which they keep that is so secretive that nobody can really even enter into. And they have the one they are really disclosing to the people outside. And that's the way they are really, and those they are even giving the oil block to. They are not really even account for what they are really producing. So you see, this country, I don't see us moving forward if you don't tackle the corruption in this country. Unless we wage war against the corruption, that's when this country can really move forward. If you don't do that, we still be stagnant. We can't develop because our revenue is basically on this oil. There's nothing we are really producing. What are we producing? We are doing nothing. So unless we do that, that's when we can really move forward.
The corruption has eaten deep into the fabric of this society. The security agent needs a lot to do, and the government as well needs a lot to do. But the way I'm seeing things, if governments could do, they could do more aggressive. They can be very aggressive in security situation. I think this thing will stop. And at the same time, it's like many people, they are very idle. There's no work, no employment, no job. That is why people are just going to anything that comes over and that comes to them. So I think the security agent needs to work hard to make sure that anybody that is involved in such devices or should be arrested and be brought to book.
The point is very simple. In fundamental terms, crude oil stealing is an act perfected by the elite in the Nigerian oil industry. And any attempt to stop crude oil means that the elite must change their attitude and begin to appreciate that the Nigerian economy cannot survive without them stopping their anti-economic and sabotage activities in all their forms. If you look at the people that are in the crude oil theft, look at their profiles. They are highly placed individuals backed by militaries. And therefore you cannot stop it except you have to start from the top to stop it.
Oil stealing has to do with corruption. With all the efforts, all the funds that has been dispensed towards that direction, you're still not achieving anything. I believe corruption is the major problem that is still affecting oil stealing.
Oil theft, because even those at the end of their affair know what is going on. You see, we should not just deceive ourselves. It's just like the issue of this Boko Haram of the thing that is political, and also the oil theft. Go to even in Niger Delta, there you discover that you and I, people who from the low level cannot do such thing. The sophisticated weapon used for all these things are not something that you can go to Oshodi market and get it. So why are we saying that people are stealing this thing? Is that all those people who are there at Abuja, they know what is transpiring before every other person in Nigeria? It's only that some of our voice cannot be heard. We know, and we also know that it is them that are doing all this thing, not any other person. Even if the young ones are doing it, they are being sponsored by someone who is there that cannot be touchable.
I believe these are things, if we have a willpower to do, we will do it. We can curb it. And there is nothing beyond the federal power, that is my belief. And then if there is willpower on part of the federal government, they can do that. And I think the oil companies themselves, if they want to do something, they have expatriates. They can rely on the international intelligence to do this, if they actually want to do it. So I think it's lack of willpower on both parts of the federal government and the oil companies.
If they block him, it is good for democracy. Look, we know what happened in Anambra. They wanted to rig the elections in Anambra, and the Anambra people chose their man. Same thing with Ekiti. If Ekiti wants to vote, let Amechi stay. If he's complaining about the ministers having the free hand to go into Ekiti and out, they are working. They are federal government security agencies, and they represent both the police and the military. And if the police is in Ekiti, I wonder why the police chief cannot be there. And as far as I'm concerned, what is the craze? The people have chosen their man, and the incumbent governor has declared, look, the election has been free and fair. So if you tell me that the Fayemi was not successful because of Amechi, then I'm sorry for Amechi. And if it happens again in Osun State, they should block off every outsider that wants to go into Ekiti to Osun State to disrupt the elections.
I actually don't support it. All this stop and search by the Nigerian soldier, Nigerian army, they are acting because of the instruction given to them. Tambuwal was stopped, and the man left the car that they should continue their search. But I don't think what Jonathan is doing is very good, because there should be some freedom even from opposition parties. I think Jonathan have had some back news that Tambuwal want to be the president of the presidential candidate of the APC, and is trying to frustrate the man. That's why the case of the Tambuwal came up. And at the same time, the Tinubu, Oshiomhole, and Namashi in Ekiti is very, very unethical, and it's uncalled for, because we could not just continue like this. There should be a freedom for all, even in politics. The election is not free and fair because of these people that could not enter the state. And some of these PDP governors came into Ekiti. They are just going all around doing what they like. Why can't Amechi too enter Ekiti? We are still within Nigeria. What is happening?
They are not in the observing team. Oshiomhole is a leader, Amechi is a leader. But the question is, what were they doing in Ekiti State? The soldiers were deployed there for search, and they did their job. No matter whose horse is God, we need to do our job. The soldiers have done their job.
If the security authority of the country has a directive or security tips that they need to touch, and they need to search senior citizens, what I mean by senior citizens, like the Speaker of the House, Aminu Tambuwal, well, honestly, if they do it in a more modest way, there's nothing. If he's not harassed, he understands the security threat we're undergoing in Nigeria, I say there's nothing wrong in it. It's a stop and start. He might take it as an insult, but one man to 160 million Nigerians, I wouldn't know. He can't tell for himself. But can he tell for everybody in his entourage? We can't tell about that. Have no problem with that, as long as if he's not harassed. If he's harassed or bamboozled, then there's something wrong in there. The police, the president of the police, the IGPs, there's been an improvement from the last dispensation to this dispensation. So with the threat of Boko Haram everywhere, I feel I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
It's been a very wonderful day right here on your program, The People, the program from the people, by the people, and straight to the people. We had a very wonderful day on the street, and do check us on our website, www.coretvnews.com. My name is Godswill Rumble. Remember, if a dog has no intention of biting you, it won't back at you. Goodbye and see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. The People, only on Core TV News.